Hey guys, what's up? It's Too Tall Tom here, and I'm hoping you guys can hear me over the sound of Darkshire. I know it's been a while since I've done a vlog, and you guys probably think, man, you must be 60 by now. But no, I decided to roll a paladin, so I'm just about at my warriors level now. So I've been liking it a lot more too. Paladins vanilla were a lot better levelers so far. I think they're like on the level of hunters. But before I get into anything, I want to give a review of Twilight Princess, because just recently I finally, for the first time, beat Twilight Princess. I'd never played it on the GameCube, even though I had a GameCube. Never played it on the Wii, even though I had a Wii. And I heard it was one of the best Zeldas. I never got into Ocarina of Time because I never owned a N64, so I never played Twilight Princess, or what is it, Majora's Mask either. So I heard that, or I guess I didn't hear, my Wii U popped up and it's like, hey, Twilight Princess HD's out. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna buy it, because, oh, excuse me, I like Zelda games. I really love Windwaker, it's one of my favorite games. So I'm going to see what Twilight Princess is like, since it's critically acclaimed as one of the best Zelda games ever. So, overall, I guess the first thing is the world. The world felt a lot smaller and more linear than Wind Waker did. Like, Wind Waker feels a lot more open world. The way I see it is kind of like a Fallout 4 versus Fallout 3. Like in Fallout 3, you'd go hundreds of hours and there'd still be stuff that you're like, you know, I don't know about that area or whatever. Whereas Fallout 4, there's not as much. Like, it just feels like I've only played it for maybe 100 hours and I feel like I've seen it all. Even though they were claiming, oh, you'll play it for 300 hours. Even though I'm like, no, I can't imagine. Maybe if you were trying to get the max level, which would be incredibly foolish. But it was a good story though. You know, the whole Zelda kind of taking a backseat to Midna. I loved Midna as a character, but overall, I think I prefer the Wind Waker story, because it's you know, Twilight Princess is the very, you know, tried and true. You're the hero. You're the chosen one. Whereas Wind Waker was like, hey, you're just kind of here. And like in the beginning, I remember King of Red Lions or someone being like, this isn't really the hero, is it? Like, it's probably not. Whereas everyone is like, oh, you're the hero. So I kind of like the underdog, I guess, tone of Wind Waker a little bit more. Let me just, before I start criticizing Twilight Princess, it was a really good game. Like, it was definitely worth the money. I loved playing it, but it wasn't the best Zelda. The dungeons, let me see. The first dungeon was the temple you get the boomerang in, which is pretty standard. I preferred the Wind Waker one more, just because the whole aesthetic of it, you're going around that tree, and it was a little bit easier to navigate. So I liked the Wind Waker one more. The second one, the Fire Temple, it was all right. It was probably one of the better temples in the game. The whole magnetic boots aspect was really cool. You know, climbing up on ceilings. The second temple in Wind Waker was also a fire one. It was the Roost. So I think that Twilight Princess beats Wind Waker in the second one, because the you know, you're okay being railroaded into the first one, but you're kind of railroaded into the second one pretty well too. But anyways, I guess they're kind of similar like that. The third dungeon was, let me see if I can remember correctly. The Water Temple, I believe. Which was an okay temple. It was pretty cool with the changing the water levels. It was a lot more in the same vein as the Deku Tree, or no, was it the Forsaken Woods? That's it, the Forsaken Woods from Wind Waker. So it was overall pretty good. pretty good temple. Fuck, what is Windwaker's third temple? You're getting, oh man, I think it's like one of the main final temples, because I think you get the bombs from the pirates, and then you go and blow up Jaloo. Yeah. Oh no, it's the Tower of the Gods. Tower of the Gods, I want to say aesthetically it was better. Overall puzzles, I think the Water Temple was a little bit better in Twilight Princess. So I guess that's 2-1 so far. The final temples, which Twilight Princess had more of because it had the whole you know, it had the Sky Temple, it had the Twilight Princess overall just had a lot more temples. My favorite temple had to be the Yeti's house. The Snow Temple, I really liked that temple. Trying to think. My favorite temple in Windwaker was probably... I don't know. It might be the Boomerang one. I know it wasn't the wind one. I guess the worst temple, which you know, happens to have the same theme for both of them, which is the wind temple, or what is it? The earth temple in no, the earth temple's the ghost guy, I believe. But anyway, the one with the big sand snake. It was the bosses in Wind, like, I guess the bosses would probably be the best thing other than, or the best thing to talk about besides the temples. The bosses overall were better in Wind Waker. Like the what is it? The Forest Temple boss was cool aesthetically in Twilight Princess, but I preferred it in Wind Waker, just the whole fight itself. Like, a lot of the fights came across as a lot more gimmicky, which I know that's pretty well, like, the staple of Zelda. You know, you get some item, and that's the gimmick for the entire area. So, whoop-de-doo. As soon as you get an item, you pretty much know how to fight the boss, but in general, I kind of preferred the aesthetic look of most of the bosses in Wind Waker. But overall, Twilight Princess... definitely worth picking up if you still haven't played it. It's got a lot of really great moments in it that maybe Wind Waker didn't have. So Wind Waker pulls ahead just a little bit. I know it's a really informal review, but just pick it up. It's really great. What else? Oh, the new DLC just came out for Fallout, so I'm gonna try and play it on Automaton, I think. It kind of disappoints me. Fallout 4, there's not a lot of end game content once you beat the main stories or gotten pretty high level. Oh, sorry, it's really early here for me. But the first two DLCs, Automaton, which is just, I guess it's building robot companions and stuff like that, and Wasteland Workshop, which just kind of retools the workshop, don't really seem like they're gonna add anything yet. Like, the third DLC is some harbor one, and that'll be a story one, but hopefully it'll be big enough that you can get a couple more, maybe double-digit hours to maybe hundreds of hours out of it. Because if it's like a DLC that's just quick and you're done, then you're back to the Commonwealth, and there's really nothing keeping people playing the game. In other news, I pre-ordered the Japanese edition of Dark Souls 3, as well as, PS4 and PC. Spent a lot of money on Dark Souls, but it's worth it. I will be playing it, hopefully, in 5 days. Like, I'm going to try streaming it, set my computer up a little bit closer to the internet modem, so maybe I can actually get a good enough connection to stream. And I'll be playing it, and I'm hoping the few of you guys who watch my streams, I will stream on YouTube, because YouTube just seems to be a better streaming site. There you go, Rogue. You deserve might. It's just... I'm really excited for Dark Souls 3. I've seen so much of it. So I'm thinking with the Japanese version, I will get the gist of the boss fights and whatnot. So once I found the first time I played Dark Souls, I don't really do the stories as well as I should. So I'm thinking if I buy the Japanese copy... Oh, I'm sorry, I'm yawning. And play it early, then I'll be able to fully enjoy and take my time with the English copy when I get it a couple weeks later. So look forward to that. I will be streaming a lot of Dark Souls 3. I have an entire week off for it, and I'm hoping it shows up Monday because it's supposed to show up between the 28th and the 5th of April. So I'm hoping it'll show up more close to the 28th. I just bit off more than I can chew. Oh sweet, this guy's gonna help me. I'll help him too. That's what I love about vanilla. There's a lot more like teamwork in it. There you go. You can get the leather. But yeah, so I'll be playing Dark Souls 3. I am super excited for it. And I hope you guys watch it because I will be, I guess, one of the earlier people playing it on YouTube. I don't have a lot of luck with Twitch streaming. I seem to cut out a lot when I play Twitch, whereas YouTube seems to have a lot more stable. And plus, I mean, in general, I like the fact that you can stream and then it's on your YouTube for people to watch later. So, look forward to that. I'll be playing a lot of Dark Souls 3 and just doing that. And I don't know what else to say. I'm super excited for Dark Souls 3 and it's gonna be amazing. I can already tell. So I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I thank you guys for watching this vlog video. I will have a lot more coming up around the 28th, especially if I get Dark Souls 3. If not, I will try to get some stuff out in between, maybe some vlog videos while I'm playing Classic WoW. And of course, if you want to try Classic WoW, it's Nostarius. I will put a link in the description so you can come join me on the PvP realm, and most likely you will try to kill me, which is cool too. That's a part of the experience. So I'll see you guys later, and I thank you for watching.